Hello, welcome. Today we are going to go on a walk using our senses. We are going to look for things with our eyes that have an interesting pattern or a unique shape, something that attracts us visually to an object or to something outside. We're also going to use our ears to hear the different sounds that are happening maybe naturally or just from something that you hear going by. And we're going to use our noses to smell and maybe find a pretty flower or maybe a funky, gross smell. And we're gonna use our fingers carefully to touch something, maybe an interesting texture on a tree bark or something like that. You want to be careful when you're touching something that you know what it is, that it's not a plant like poison ivy. But using our senses to go for a walk is just a fun way to explore either a new area or maybe an area that you explore a lot and you just want to find some different things. So grab an adult and we'll get started. Before you go on your senses walk, decide if you want to print off the senses paper beforehand and bring it with you. And then for each spot, you can either draw in a picture of what you found for that sense, or you can write a couple of words about what you found. When you're out walking, you can sometimes find really neat textures. So the underside of this milkweed is actually really soft to the touch. It's kind of fuzzy on the underside. Here is another soft texture that I'm finding. These little seeds from these thistles are actually really soft like cotton on the end that helps them flutter through the air. When you're out exploring, especially if you're in a new area or even if it's an area you've walked a bunch of times, it's really nice to just sit very still for a whole minute and count how many different sounds you hear. I recommend not tasting anything on your walk unless you have some nice, refreshing ice water that you can bring with you, because that always tastes really good on a walk. But we want to be really careful to not taste things when we're out, especially if we don't know what it is. So I recommend tasting some ice water and leaving everything else to our other senses. Okay, there can be many things to smell when you're outside, and you might just get a whiff of something when you're walking by. These beautiful Queen Anne's lace flowers actually have a really wonderful smell. They're very sweet. So sometimes you can smell flowers, sometimes you'll just get a scent on the breeze that blows by, and you might not be sure what it is. There are usually a lot of things that you can find to look at when you're outside. Maybe it's something really beautiful, or something really unique looking that you've never seen before. Maybe it's just a bright color or an interesting shape. Or maybe you're lucky enough to see an animal go by when you're out, even if it's just a small butterfly. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're able to get out and go on a senses walk using your different senses to explore the area around you. If you have any questions, you can email me and let me know how you made out. Have a great day. Take care.